Star Wars fans who weren't lucky enough to be at D23 didn't have to wait too long before Disney released the new sizzle reel for The Rise of Skywalker Online, offering a better look at Rey's apparent turn to the dark side. This teaser is more old footage than new, but it still gives us a tantalizing glimpse of the last film in the Skywalker Saga and plenty to speculate about before December. The trailer opens with a montage of clips for the original trilogy, spotlighting our favorite heroes and offering a slow rendition of Yoda's theme. As this footage plays, we hear the same new line from Luke that first appeared in the original Rise of Skywalker trailer.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now, but this is your fight.
We'll surely see the Force ghost of Luke guiding Rey toward her final battle with the Sith, just as Obi-Wan and Yoda did for him a generation before. But will we actually see Yoda and Obi-Wan in this sequel? We're hoping so, especially since Yoda appeared in The Last Jedi and Obi-Wan's voice could be heard in The Force Awakens.
Rey?
We also see some familiar faces from the prequels, reminding us that this movie isn't just the end of a trilogy, but of a 9-movie saga spanning decades. The new footage kicks off with a look at Rey and friends on the desert planet of Pisana. They encounter what looks to be some sort of colorful festival full of floats and kites. This may be a celebration held by Aki-Aki, a new race native to Pisana that's being introduced in the movie. We also get another quick glimpse of the late Carrie Fisher as Leia using leftover footage from The Force Awakens, as she looks to be sending Rey's team off on their big mission. These shots show the beginning of what looks to be a very epic battle between the Resistance and a massive fleet of vintage Imperial Star Destroyers. The way the Star Destroyers are so perfectly lined up is interesting. In the expanded universe, Emperor Palpatine was shown to have an ability called Battle Meditation, which allowed him to use the Force to make his troops fight more effectively in combat. It looks like newcomer Janna will be joining our heroes aboard the Millennium Falcon. This ominous shot shows a strangely red-eyed C-3PO. It looks like something happens to 3PO to make him become more aggressive in this movie. This shot shows a Death Star-like beam cutting into the planet's surface. Does the First Order have yet another super weapon at its disposal? Is this a prototype of the original Death Star? We can see how much Rey's Force powers have grown in the year between the events of The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, as here she throws her saber and catches it Mjolnir style. We get a couple of shots of Kylo Ren strolling into battle and clashing with Rey atop the half-submerged wreckage of the Death Star. This is also where we hear the first piece of new dialogue from Palpatine.
Your journey nears its end.
But we don't know if he's talking to Ben Solo or Rey. The final shots in the trailer suggest he's talking to Rey as we see her seemingly succumbing to the dark side, wielding a new double-bladed lightsaber that folds in half. Should we take this reveal at face value? Probably not. The background of this shot looks reminiscent of the same cave where Rey had her vision in The Last Jedi, suggesting she's having another vision of what could happen if she falls to the dark side. Basically, her version of Luke's nightmare in the cave on Dagobah. Another possibility is that Palpatine tries to possess Rey and make her his new host body, as he was known to do in the EU. This could also explain why Dark Side Rey's face seems so distorted. The fact that we have yet to see Palpatine in the flesh in these trailers might suggest that only his spirit remains to wreak havoc on the galaxy. For all we know, this Rey could be a clone. She might be forced to do battle with her evil doppelganger just like Luke did in the EU. That's everything we saw in the new footage. Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments below. And for more on The Rise of Skywalker, watch the cast explain Rey's dark side transformation and see highlights from the D23 panel. And as always, subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.